Hi everyone, it's Nancy here. I'm back with my 90th process video for you. I had these papers out on my desk because I pulled them out to try and do a layout earlier in the week, and they hadn't worked, so I had them out and I decided that I was going to give them a go. This is a piece of paper from the Alison Craft Sprinkled with Love collection. And to start with, I kind of fell in love with that side. Love. But I don't know, I never used it and I was having real struggles, and I decided I wanted to kind of use the two different kind of wood sort of grain effects, and so I decided to go with that white side. I did cut out the back of that, so I could use that to mount one of my photos on. There's two photos here that I want to scrap, and I'm just deciding if I want to cut any of those down or what I'm going to do with them, so I am just going to mount them up. And I'm just going to play about with how I'm going to place them. And this layout, it did take me a little bit longer than normal. It took me just over an hour, but I'm not 100% happy with the actual placement of this in the end. I do wish I could have just shifted everything up slightly. I don't hate the final layout at all. It's just very busy, and I just wish that I could have given it a little bit more space. So maybe if I'd have done it in the top corner rather than the bottom corner, I'd have had a little bit more space to spread out. I was looking for a piece of paper to mount my other photo on and came across this piece. The background was a cloud design, which again I kept because I wanted to use and never did, but I actually ended up just using the reverse side of that to mount the photo because I wanted turquoise. I kind of wish I'd have kept my photos there, but I didn't. So that's a little bit frustrating. In my recent rack that I received from Sharon, I got a number of these basic grey die cut pieces. Most of them were from the Indie collection, and I really love the colours and the shapes, but I did struggle to use them. It's not that I don't love them, it's the fact that I don't know, I think, and to be honest, I just chucked way too many on this page. I think if I'd have just, added one or two to a layout here and there, then it'd been fine. But for some reason, I got in my mind that I wanted to try and use these all up. Well, not all up, but use them on this page. So I am going to struggle. I am going to fuss quite a bit with this layout, but eventually everything does get down, and I actually quite like the colour combination in the end. So it's kind of like the teal, the mustard, and sort of the orange and the other bits. And I'm not afraid to cut into these pieces, because I think that's often the problem when people get die cut packs. They want to just use them as is, but I say cut into them, see what else you can make from them. And there was a lot of quite sort of ornate shapes in this pack, and I think that was part of my struggle too, because there's a lot of kind of busyness going on with like the sort of like curved edges, the pointy bits, the round bits, and I don't know, it was quite busy, and as I said, I struggled, but I'm so happy that I persevered because I really like the layout. My only bugbear is that it just looks a little bit bottom heavy and a bit weird, but that's cool, I'm going to go with it. And I really liked a couple of the sentiments and stuff from this indie collection. Excuse me. So I know that I want to use them on here. I do end up inking some of the edges of the bits and pieces, which I think kind of helps slightly and add a little bit of cohesion between everything. So again, I'm really happy. I have done, like I did on my previous layout, got a white background and then using cream elements on top. it was something I used to avoid like the plague, but now I'm just like, whatever. There's no particular rule that says you can't do that, so I'm going to do it. I'm out. Bleh. Get your words out, Nancy. It's like early in the morning here, and I've got a huge cup of coffee. There is no reason why I can't talk. Anyway, I'm using a Stampin' Up ink. It's a dark turquoise. It was from the 2013-14 kind of new collection colours. I think it's called Lagoon something. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still really tempted to get some of the new colours, but I am still on my spending freeze. Depending on when this video goes up, officially my spending freeze might be over, because I was going to do it till my birthday, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if I'm going to try and carry on till the end of July. I don't know. I'm quite enjoying using my stash. There's a couple of things I want to get, with regards to, like, I want a new cutting mat for my Cameo, and I want an album, because I'm starting an album, a bigger album about all my time at uni, so I want to include that somewhere. So there's a few things like that I want to buy, so I might maybe set myself a little budget with some money that I'm getting for my birthday, because I have just asked some money, so I may just use that, but we'll see. Anyway, back to layout. I had stuck my photos down and then decided I wanted to add some textures to the background, so I did just have to cover my photo and use my roller stamp, and I really like how that kind of background came out. And then I'm using my favourite Route 66 Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. It's not Glimmer Mist, I think it's just goes as mist because there's no glimmer in it. That's kind of what I like about it. And I then start placing stuff down, and actually I place stuff down completely different to how I had it originally. I really just feel at this point I'll have moved everything up to the top, or even turn the layout round, because where I've put the misting, then it would all been okay, but no, I didn't. But that's fine. So I'm just adding these different bits and pieces around, and I'm just chopping them up and cutting them as I go. As you can see, that yellow one at the bottom, there's just not enough room for it to breathe. So if I'd have just pushed it all up a bit, even at the end of the layout, I thought, is there some way I can kind of cut it down and mount it on something else? But you know, I probably next time, in a couple of years when I'm flicking through my album, my first instinct is not going to be like, oh my god, look at it, it looks awful. It's just going to be like, oh yeah, cool, okay, fine, like that layout. And this layout is just a picture of me and my boyfriend's feet. It's something that we do quite a lot, and we've actually got a picture of our feet in that very same spot. And this is just in a little village near us. And we'd had a really busy Saturday. We'd been moving loads of stuff and had hire van and been up early and stuff, which I think my next layout is actually going to be about. And I have my new car, and it's very rare for me to drive my boyfriend. He doesn't really like, it's not that I'm a bad driver at all, he just prefers to be driving. And it's very unusual for me to drive, so I said, oh, let's drive to Woodbridge, which is where this is, and sit by the river. And that's literally what we did, because we were both quite tired. We did have, I had an ice cream, and we just kind of sat and chilled. And we were sitting on a bench, as I say, right near the river, and all of a sudden I spotted there were 2 swallows. There were a pair of swallows, and I love watching swallows and how they dive and duck. It was the first swallows that I'd seen of the summer over here in the UK, and so I was happy to sit here. I think I sat here for about 20-25 minutes watching these swallows dive, and you could not get a photo of them. They were so quick and quite small compared to everything else. So I didn't actually manage to capture a photo of them, but this was kind of like the scene. So, you know, I like, you know, the sentiments that are around, you know, which are take time to relax and have fun, time together and stuff like that. Because I said it'd been a busy day. It'd been a little bit emotion filled for me, so it was quite nice to just take time to sit and chill. So yeah, that was kind of cool. As I've been babbling on, you'll see that I've stuck kind of those layers down. I've added some more of those teal circles that were from that previous cameo cut that I've done. I've also chopped up that Project Life card, which was from the Maggie Holmes flea market, I believe. And I'm now looking at adding elements around, so I pulled out a couple of pieces from the Homespun collection from Simple Stories. And now I've got a couple of pieces from the cut-aparts and the cameo cuts that come with the Studio Calico collection. And I believe these were from the May kit. Maybe the June kit. I don't know, I think I've still... No, it'd be the May one, because I've still got June, I think, sitting there untouched. But I am going to be going to a crop later today. This is Saturday the 5th that I'm recording this. And I am going to literally just take my Scraptastic kit and my last Quirky kit, because I've actually got the similar sort of papers in, and I'm hoping to get quite a few layouts done with that. I've just pulled out the flower stack from the farmhouse October afternoon, and just seeing if I can use any of those bits on this layout. And I'm using on a heart and some of the words. I'm just cutting one of the words down as well. And I really like the colours of this layout, and I really, as I said, I like how it looks. It's just a little bit too bottom heavy for me. But I'm really happy with all the busyness of it. I really like how that looks. I then think about adding some wood veneers. And originally I was going to go with that Starburst one, which I think was from it was from a Studio Calico collection, and it kind of came with different kind of shapes, but I decided to just pull out the little asterisk designs, which are one of my favourite wood veneers. It's sort of those and the stars I really like, because you get them in different sizes, and it's the same kind of sort of, you know, element, so I really like that. And I'm just using my glue to stick that down. I had lost my little bottle that I decant into, so I'm actually just using my big bottle there, which, you know, is a little sort of harder to control. So I've just stuck a variety of those down across the clusters, and I'm pulling out these old sassafras, whatever it is, letter stickers, and these are perfect for this layout actually, because they are the mustard colour, but they have like a teal ruled kind of line, like notepaper design going through them. So they work absolutely perfect with the tones of this layout. And I decide, because it is a little bit bottom heavy, that I am just going to use the top to put my title on. So I'm just laying out my stickers, just checking that I've got all the letters that I need. And of course the title is going to be Watching the Swallows. It's not my most imaginative title in the world, but you know, I think it works well. You know, it is what it does. It is what it does. It is what it does. Does that make any sense? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, aside that, because it's kind of like got a little bit of a weird kind of diagonal thing going down to the bottom corner-ish kind of, that I'm going to place my title there. And I'm actually to say, I'm happy. It doesn't offend me too much. You know, it actually works okay. And I'm probably going to just do some sort of cluster journaling around on this layout. Sort of take up that side there, near the Time Together piece, and maybe a little bit of that little bottom corner, just to kind of bulk out the layout slightly as well. I do take out these tiny little tweets that I've had, I got in a recent rack, and again, they had to, you know, I don't use those that often, and I thought, okay, this is a perfect layout, because it is actually a layout about birds. So, I'm going to use those. I was just looking at my enamel dots, and I swear, I drop them on the floor, like, every time I get them out, or I drop one or two on the floor. So I'm so thankful that they're in containers with lids when they can't keep falling out. So I'm just going to stick a couple of teal ones around, just to add another little bit of a texture. So here is the close-up photos. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with some more soon. Bye!